Maybe I put the two together. That's got to go much darker. See, I am nowhere near as dark as I need to be. So I don't have to worry that it's not perfect. It's going to be darker and darker and darker as I start evaluating what's going on here. So I've been asked to show what you would do if you were going to paint these little straw-like things that are coming up. They're just little branches on the tree. And what I would say is you look at the color, you can see it's, would you call that yellow? So you have to name that color. It's got to be a color that is on the color wheel. It's got to be red, orange, blue, purple, green, or yellow. I can see that it's a neutralized yellow, but in general, it's a yellow. And I might see that it's slightly, if I keep looking at this, I might start seeing it's greenish yellow too. But right now, I don't really care about that. I'm looking to see where I can't paint this until my bird is dry. So anything that goes through an object that's wet, this is dry now, I can paint it now. But I have to wait until it dries if it's going through it, or the wetness will just bleed into each other. So you have to plan it out. And so here I see the highlight. I'm going to pay attention again, like I did here. We saved the highlight here and we painted the shadow. I'm going to do the same thing here. I can see along here, there's a highlight on the left side of this branch, and it's a cylinder. So ideally in the end, I'm going to have to be sculpting this cylinder, and I see the highlight side and the dark sides. I've got to make that dark color. So I'm going to call it yellow. So I'm going to use my yellow paint. I'm going to bring some orange, some of these neutral colors that I have already mixed in, and I'm just going to bring them into my yellow, because I know I put a little bit of blue there, a little bit of, so it's kind of orangey. I think I'll make it orange, a little bit more neutralized. I'm going to make it more of a bluey. I'm going to add the complementary color of orange is blue, so I'm just adding some of this dirty kind of blue here into this yellow here. And I'm making some sort of a wheat color. It's, most people who don't understand color theory won't see this as yellow. They'll see it as brown. They'll see it, they'll use all kinds of words like taupe, brown. They'll describe it like wheat colored. But this is why, if I see it as yellow, I'm going to see this neutralized yellow here by adding some blue and red. All these three colors. So yellow, actually the complementary color of yellow is purple. So to make a purple and then add it, that's what I would really have been doing. But I pulled in this orange knowing there's lots of red in it. I pulled in this blue neutral here knowing it was very, very much blue. And I just put them all together. So then I don't have my background painted here. It doesn't matter if you paint your background first or your foreground first, but I would just save that bright strip right along that one side, and I would very carefully just paint that one color flatly. I'm not going to start sculpting it yet. It's not the perfect color. I do know that I'm going to make it greener later. So I'm going to bring this up close to you here to see. Maybe if I get it really close, my lines are pretty faded, but you might be able to see that I've left a space between the line on the far left side where my highlight's going to be. And I've just done that. And you can go along doing all of these branches the same way if you want to. You can put them in now or you can put them in later, but they're not light. They're in the shadow. So whatever I paint, like if I'm going to paint this one, I could just paint all of these in this color at any time. There is a highlight, but this color is the highlight now on this one. This is very shaded. I'm coming along, I'm painting that same color there, but my shadow color is going to be a lot darker. So I'm going to just mix some colors. And I really shouldn't do it now, but it is blurry. It's like a very blurry, there's no hard lines around it. So I'm just going to, I could come along and sort of indicate where my shadow is going to be on here. on this side. I don't have it too wet. I could come up here and paint in this, but remember, if you haven't drawn it well, really study how a branch goes. It's got to be connected. It's got to feel right. Get the curve of that. It's a very gentle upsweep. You don't have to get it perfect, and I can see that my shadows are not green enough. I will be putting another neutral coat favoring some green. And it's not finished. I just started laying in. I don't have the background around here to show you where the light is. So I'd let all that dry and I could start putting the background in here now, as I like to have something everywhere before I make any crucial decisions. I don't make this color perfect until I have everything in. I guess at every color. Put something somewhere and then I can decide how I want to go. This is my artistic license. I don't have to have it just as this photograph says, but I am very strongly influenced. I think this is a beautiful photograph. I'm going to try to make it like this photograph. So if that's my goal, I can see that I've got it painted in. And now I really need to paint in the background so I can see the highlighted area of that branch. Right now I can't see it at all. So that gives you a little idea about what to do. And I think I'll stop the video now.